Hey everybody, let's talk about automatic transmissions in C3 Corvettes. Come on, let's take a walk. Today we've got a 1969 Corvette in here, and as is typical of a 50-year-old Corvette, we're going to find leaks and issues on the bottom side of the chassis. And so the last few days we've been working on sealing up leaks in the transmission. And this is the bottom of an automatic transmission. This is a Turbo 400 transmission. And you can see we have the oil pan off of it. And that is required to do some of the seal leaks that we're going to do. Obviously, the pan comes off because the pan gasket was leaking. Well, we have the pan, and the pan gasket would go around here, all these bolts. This, while we have it apart, we're going to replace the oil transmission fluid filter. Another leak we had was right here on the side. This is the vacuum modulator that receives vacuum from the intake manifold into the transmission, helping it know when to shift. One of the things we've got to resolve is right now the steel line coming down from the factory. The way this came in was this line is right on top of the exhaust. So we're going to have to do some modification to get that away from that heat source. The next thing we took care of while we were here is the shift selector shaft seal. And this comes off, and way down inside of there is a little tiny seal that's kind of a son of a gun to get to. It's been out and replaced, but what that does when you pull your transmission, automatic transmission lever forwards and backwards, there's a cable attached to this, and that slides that arm back and forth, which moves this geared selector arm inside to choose which gear, including park, it needs to be into. And so that shaft seal was leaking. Further on back, we have more leakage. This right here is your speedometer gear. This is a cable that's hooked up here to a plastic gear that's inside the transmission, and there are 3 seals there. An O-ring that goes around this housing, and then another, 2 seals, then another seal that goes down inside of here that keeps transmission fluid from coming out around your speedometer cable housing. You can see the back of the transmission here where the pan gasket's going to go. While we were apart, now we're at the back of the transmission, and sorry for the video, here we go. This is the output shaft seal or tail housing seal. Your transmission, your drive shaft yoke is going to slide right in here. And over time, this housing starts to leak, and this rubber seal right here gets old and hard and brittle, and you have transmission leaks right there as well. So that's a little about the inside of and resealing of an automatic transmission. A Turbo 350 is about the same, slight difference. The modulator here is on the back here, but basically we're going to go through the same steps. Other things that we did as far as stopping leaks, this is a new pan. We had to replace the pan because the one that was on there, someone had drilled and tried to weld in a drain bung, and their welding was slightly worse than mine, and so we had a pretty good leak here. Rather than grinding all that out and trying to re-weld that original pan, we just went ahead and were better off buying a brand new replacement. Here is the drive shaft. This is another source of leaks. when this yoke gets damaged, and this one was scored pretty bad. You can see there's a couple lines here now, but we've polished these out to where there is not going to be any leakage where this goes into the back of the transmission itself. And here was another leak. These were the transmission cooler lines that had been cut and modified. I think they just went and bought some generic steel line and butt connected it together there and there. There's another butt connector there. They had hose clamps and hoses trying to seal these lines, and so we've gone ahead to eliminate more leakage. We've got a brand new set of stainless steel lines that we're going to install running from the transmission up to the automatic transmission cooler. So with any luck, and I say luck because transmission fluid will find its way out amazingly well. If we've done everything right, and I believe we have, we will have a nice, dry, tight Turbo 400 automatic transmission in this 1969 Corvette. That's your video for today on automatic transmissions and potential sources of leaks and how to seal them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.